Good afternoon, y'all. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's the 28th. It's 28th, 29th. What is today? I guess I'll find out in a minute. We are 27. I think it's the 28th. Making here. You're like, Bertikins, what the heck are you doing? I'm prepping snowmen, y'all. Can't you tell? No, you can't. Because you're like, whatever. Unless you're a crafter, then you're like, I totally see that snowman. So I have some copyright-free music on because I don't know what I can play on YouTube. And so until someone wants to go through my list and say, hey, Berta, you can play this and you cannot play this. And we do copyright-free sometimes. Because I just don't feel like headphones. Because I want to talk. Oh gosh, what are we talking about today? Okay, today, y'all, I want to talk about anxiety. I want to talk about anxiety. And why I want to talk about anxiety? Because we all have it and we all deal with it in different ways. Some of us do yoga. What am I doing here? Some of us do yoga. Some of us make art. Some of us are creative in different ways. Some of us rely on big pharma. Some of us rely on holistic medications. Some of us rely on diet. Some of us rely on therapy. Honestly, there is no quick fix to anxiety. And I was having a little bit of a... Alright, let's talk about scissors. These are definitely way too big for what I need. But I'm using them anyway, because that's what we do sometimes, right? Like, we know it's not necessarily the right tool, but we're going to be like, I'm going to fucking use it, right? I'm going to use it, and even though it hacks it up, and it may not be the perfect tool right now, it's getting the job done, right? And that's what tools do. That's what tools do, right? They give us coping skills. They give us these moments of time where we can try to put our shit back together, right? And those of us who've been living in fight or flight mode for like ever, me included, because, hold on, I'm getting it. You see here, look, I know I could get a different tool, but I don't want to, because I'm being stoic, right? Because I don't want to get up, because I'm comfortable, because look, I did it, even though it wasn't the most effective. Sometimes we get stuck in places where we're just not sure what tools to use. And honestly, anxiety, I explained earlier, anxiety is really just like the bat signal for your brain. It's like your spidey sense. And it just lets you know that something's going on and something's wrong. And anxiety could be based from trauma, absolutely. Anxiety can come from a lot of places. But in order to really find out where your anxiety is coming from, you kind of got to sit with it for a minute. And you have to feel it, because not all anxiety feels the same, right? Like, it just doesn't. I mean, it's definitely an irritation in the body, but sometimes it just doesn't always feel the same. And here we are, using this tool. We're not going to do that. We're going to... Y'all know, did you know? Y'all know this was like sitting right here next to me. You're like, no, Berta, why didn't you use that before? Because I didn't want to, and I was in a rush. And what am I rushing about? I don't know. But sometimes that's what anxiety feels like too. You're just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a rush. A rush into what, you know? And then you just have to slow your body down. And you have to figure out, Why do I have? What's going on? I have no internet. Right here. Oh, it's calling me a liar. Anxiety feels like a bunch of things in your body, and it's not the same for everybody. So you can't say that it is. And then how do you deal with it? A multiple of different ways. There is not one single way to combat anxiety. First thing, cut out your caffeine. Okay, let's not add to the turmoil. Cut out your caffeine so that you're not feeding the beast. Cut out your sugar. Add higher proteins to your diet. Incorporate meditative practices. Find a therapist. Take any prescriptions or supplements that you need. Like for me, I used to be on Big Pharma. I was on Lamictal and Abilify on the highest doses in 2014 when my team of holistic practitioners and psychiatrists worked together for a year and a half to pull me off all that. Now, that was a big step because y'all know I'm ultra rapid cycling. That means I spin faster than the Music Express. And that's fine. That's fine for me. I know how to manage it. Not everybody knows how to manage it. And for 8 years, I was on Big Pharma. So, but what you don't want to do is put yourself on a pharmaceutical regimen without also addressing the other things in your life that potentially could be causing your anxiety. Right? Because that's important. Like, you have to address the things too. You can't just put Band-Aids on it and expect it to go away. Like, I'll tell you right now, my ex would have loved for me to be medicated all the time. There wasn't enough medication. Why? Because she didn't want to help me deal with my issues. Nope. She wasn't a caregiver. You know, I loved her for lots of other reasons. Definitely not because she was a caregiver. But that's also why I'm with my wife now, because she's a very different person. And she's exactly what I need. Oh, come on. This tool is not working well anymore. But as you can see, still using it because that's what I'm doing. So we are literally just cutting snowman. Would you like to build a snowman? Nah, not today. But tomorrow. Tomorrow we gonna build some snowmans. With my group. My kids. Yep. Let's try this pair. Because this is starting to really hurt my hand. Yep. Oh, well, that might work a little better. So, yeah. Definitely, life gives us anxiety. But it also doesn't help that we're full of... Hold on. There we go. That we're full of places and things that also provoke that anxiety. Nah, that don't help. I am not a fan of long-term big pharmaceutical use for treating things like anxiety, because I think sometimes, or even bipolar. I mean, depending. Honestly, depending. We all know that as bipolar folk, we just sometimes are a little, when we love the mania, we love the mania. And it's dangerous for some people. So that's one of those things. Stay. That's one of those things that honestly is a individual basis that has to be managed by said person and their physicians and their other doctors and their med people and their support group and all that other stuff. Yep. Well, there's the cats. Oh dear. So yeah, I don't know. So I started gabapentin a couple of weeks ago, and I take it a couple times a day, and it appears to alleviate my back pain, but it really does a number. It doesn't really help with my hand pain as much, which I would like it to do, but I mean, you can't win them all, right? At least not right now. This is definitely killing me, but I'm almost done. And then I just have to make a bunch of pom-pom and pipe cleaner earmuffs, because that's what our snowmen are wearing this winter. Yep, yeah, there's our winter look. They'll have a little scarf. We'll see if we got some buttons waiting for us. We should. If not, they can use pom-poms also. It's not a big deal. So, it isn't until, the final, 4 out of, 24 feels like, that you figure out what the perfect way to cut this crap is. Right? Right. Maybe just chilling. I had a class this morning. What do we make? We made Christmas trees. We made trees. They didn't necessarily have to be Christmas trees, but they were trees. All right. This is a snowman. Can you guys see it? It's gonna be our snowman. Snow people. So, yeah, I think I've talked y'all's ears off enough. I gotta hook up my glue gun and get all this stuff ready. So thanks for joining me, y'all. Yeah, my poor hand. I can't. That happened to my grandmother. I'm not sure what she said it was from, but my hand's starting to stick. Yay. Anyway, stay magical, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.